Hey, this is Metal Mike, and welcome to Minor Threat. In this lesson, we're going to cover very useful information about minor scales, and I'm going to cover 4 of the most commonly used minor scales in heavy metal. As you know, heavy metal is based around keys of minor that fit the mood and style of the music. So we're going to start with E natural minor, which is a E Aeolian scale, and I'm going to show this to you in 3 octaves, which is going to be really useful in your soloing. Notice the same exact shape repeats again. Same shape repeats again. It's a free gift in guitar playing. You get octaves. You basically get a pattern, move it up an octave, move it up an octave, and you got a 3-octave scale. Here's the whole thing in one piece, ascending and descending. Okay, now let's switch to E Dorian. It's basically the same exact scale as E natural minor, except the 6th degree is sharp. It's a major 6th. Same exact scale, 1 different note. And it's going to go like this. Okay, so it's really useful when practicing these scales to realize the similarities and the differences between each other. Basically, for the next scale that we're going to play, which is E Phrygian, we have a 2nd degree that is flatted. So in other words, E Phrygian scale is the same exact scale as E natural minor, except the 2nd degree is flat. And it's going to go something like this. You could hear it's got a little bit of a Spanish sound to it. One of my favorite things about playing in E Phrygian is that the scale has a really cool symmetrical feel to it. It's very easy to memorize, and it's very easy to move it up and down a string. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favorite things to use when I hammer around or pull off on a particular lick. So for example, if we're going to play a scale from starting on the high E string and move down using pull-offs, you could get a really cool cascading sound. So I'm basically just picking the first note, pull off, pull off. Same exact notes on the next string set. And same thing exactly an octave lower. Same thing on the next string set. And same thing again. The last scale we're going to look at is an important scale for metal, and that's a harmonic minor. We're going to play it in E. And again, the relationship between the scales is really important for you to think about. One final minor scale we're going to look at is an E harmonic minor. It's a great scale for metal, and it's used by many players. It fits the sound of metal. Now, the relationship of this is very similar to regular E natural minor, except the 7th degree is raised. We're playing a major 7. Got a little bit of an Egyptian sound to it. Check it out, descending. So what I started thinking about for a second there, and I said, well, I could come up with chord progressions or some sort of a riff based on the notes of the scale if I look at my 6th and 5th strings. And I found out that I have these notes here. So automatically a riff came into my mind. Okay? Then I took this exact same riff, I recorded it on tape, and I started soloing over it, using the same exact scales from the 3 octaves. And then I build up on the riff. And basically what I ended up doing, I ended up adding notes from the 4th string, but exactly as they fit within the scale. I had a riff that came up like this. So it gives you a little bit of that Swedish in flames at the gate sound. So here are the shapes I use to play this riff. Half step lower. And I bounce those shapes off an open E string. It's going to go like this.